Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and today we are definitely going to be sitting here talking girl talk. So welcome to all things women. Today's talk is going to be about myself and the personal things that I have gone through in my years of just growing up. So I just want to start by saying I have to be an advocate for these young teen girls and young adults. So I'm here to just share my story and the things that I've gone through. So just to first start off, I want to say, let's say back in 1998 is when I graduated high school. So from me graduating high school, my parents ended up moving from Ohio down to Shreveport, Louisiana. And I went in the opposite direction and moved to Virginia Beach, Virginia with my brother. That was at the age of 18. Stayed with my brother for a little while. He was also in the military. Didn't stay on the actual naval base, but had an apartment, him and a roommate together. I lived with them, sleeping on the couch. Only was there for a short spell, maybe not even a month or two, I think just a few weeks. From there, I actually moved from Virginia Beach, Virginia, and went down to Newark, New Jersey, where I lived with my sister and her husband. And I lived there for quite some time, maybe almost a year. And during that time of my stay at my sister's house, I obtained a dental assistant degree where I actually went to school to become a dental assistant. The school was probably about 8 months long for me to complete the course, which I did, and I did receive my certificate for that. So I am a certified dental assistant. Upon graduating from dental assistant school, got some morning coffee here, guys. Graduating from dental assistant school, my sister ended up getting injured. She got injured. My sister back in Ohio had got injured, and I was summoned to go and move back to Ohio and help her with her recovery. She had some kind of leg injury where she was out for a while, leg was in a cast, and she needed some assistance getting my niece just helping take care of my niece and nephew that she had at the time. So I did move back, and I helped her take care of her two kids. And being grown, you just think you grown, you doing things. You don't have any rules, set rules. You graduated, so you think you young, you grown, you ain't got no rules to follow. You just out here doing your own thing, right? And you independent. In my mind, I'm grown. I have no rules. I ain't got no curfew no more. I ain't got to be at home at a specific time. My mom and dad is millions of miles away. I'm up here with my sister who totally lets me do what I want to do, have no rules. At her house, I can come and go as I please. I can date whoever I want to date, talk to whoever I want to talk to, stay out as late as I want. It was amazing, right? Her house was the turn-up house. Well, during the turn-up, I ended up meeting the father of my two children there. And the reason why me bringing up this topic is because I want to be and set an awareness out for these young teen girls. If you are seeing certain signs that these guys are expressing to you, take heed of the signs, because women have intuition, and we know as women when things are not right. But being that I was young and dumb, the signs were right in my face that this guy was not the right guy for me and for me to just run like hell. But I stayed in the situation. Some of the signs that I knew that this guy really was not, or I should have known that he was not the right guy to settle down with or be with or even just entertain, period, was him always being available, him always being around at my sister's house. Now, what I'm telling you, being around, I mean from sun up to sundown. He was always at my sister's house. So that means he didn't work. He never went to work. He was always there, drinking, smoking, kicking it. We had the best kick it relationship. He was fun to hang around with. I was fun to hang around with. We vibed in that way. And I want to start off by saying I did not even like this guy. Did not like him. I ran for the first year of me being back in Ohio from him. Totally avoiding him. I'm always staying gone from the house. I'm leaving. I'm going skating on Sundays with my friend, But every time I would come home, back to my sister's house, this guy was there waiting on me. It was like he was a predator and I was the prey. He was out to get me as a young girl. And I was only 19 years old. But in my mind, you know, you grown, you think you know what you want to do, right? You doing what you want to do. Okay, the signs was there. He didn't have a car. Never had a car. He walked to the house all the time or either rode a bike. That right there is signs women out there run like hell when you meet guys with no car, no job. Okay, and to keep the story going, this guy actually had 3 children at the time when I was dating him. Did I ever see his children? No. Was his children always at his parents' house? Yes. His mom and dad always had his kids. He never had his kids because he was always at my house, my sister's house, entertaining me for hours and days. He wouldn't even go home. It would be nights where he would just stay the night. Those signs right there that he was a father, but he was not a active father. The kids knew who he was, but he was never involved in their life. He was never there. So those were the signs that I knew that this guy really was not a guy to settle down with. All these signs were there. And me being young and dumb, and this is why I'm here telling you girls, we have to break the cycle of being young teen, young adult mothers. These guys are not worth us sacrificing our lives and time for. They're not worth it. They're not worth it. If I can change and tell my story about how I got basically suckered into being a teen, young adult mother, if I could just change one person's life, this is why I'm telling my story. This channel is to be an outlet for you girls to just come on here and be able to tell your story without being judged, and to be able to help possibly prevent another woman from going down the same path that you have gone down or I've gone down. I'm on here telling you guys this because I do, from the situations and the mistakes and decisions that I have made at the age of 19, got pregnant and had my daughter when I turned 20 years old. I'm here trying to prevent her from doing the same exact thing that I have done. My daughter is right now 18 years old, and I fear on a daily that she's going to step out here and create and walk down the same path that I have gone down. I talk to my daughter all the time. I know she's dating. She currently does have a boyfriend, and the best thing I can do for my daughter is to share my experience and the things that I've gone through and what their father have put me through and put them through for him not being an active father in their lives. You know, certain things that she might be feeling as she's growing up, maybe the lack of love and attention that her father should have given her that he has never gave her. So maybe that's why she wants to have a boyfriend to fill that male void or that lack of love in the male community that she has never experienced from her own father. So me as her mom, I'm her protector, and I'm the person that she is supposed to be able to come to. So I leave that channel open for my daughter to be able to come and talk to me freely and openly, and to be able to express whatever she wants to express with me. Now, whether she wants to do that or not is on her, but the doors in that channel is open for her to do that. I talk to her just like I'm sitting here talking to you guys right now, because this is a serious situation, and we do not owe these guys our lives of bearing their children and becoming, you know, stuck in a situation where we can prevent it. You know, if you see certain signs out there, ladies, do not ignore them. If you telling a guy that you can possibly have a pregnancy scare, and if he instantly gets upset and starts talking that it ain't mine, then you find out later on you really wasn't pregnant, you just dodged a bullet, honey. You dodged a bullet. Just get up and run. Lose all contact with this guy, because the next time it might not be a mistake. The next time you really might be pregnant. And from his reaction from prior, you already know you will become a single mother, because guys, certain guys, run from responsibility. And that is what responsibility for a guy. He can be the best turn up person to hang with, kicking it buddy, smoking, drinking it partner. But as soon as you present him with a responsibility of him having to help you down, take care of a new life, a baby, it's not going to happen. And the oldest trick in the book for us young girls and women out here is to try to trap a guy and have all these babies by a guy thinking that he's going to stay around. It's not going to happen. What he's going to do is run even faster to the next woman who's not going to, bottle him down with any responsibilities. So this is the things that I talk about with my daughter. And maybe later on in a different video, I'll have her come and she can sit down and just express different things that she's gone through, in her life, and some of the certain things that maybe the guys as she's grown up in high school have been trying to tell her, to get her to do what maybe some of the things that they might want her to do. But if you sit down and talk to your children and teach them basically the game, because I hate to say it, but this is definitely a game. Teach them the game and give her all of the things and signs to look out for. She'll be more prepared for when these things do come. She won't be blindsided. She won't even be surprised if a guy say, "Oh baby, I love you." Well, my mom told me you was gonna say that anyway, so thanks, but I love me more. And be able to walk away. You know what I mean? Don't be flattered and entertained by these things that these guys are saying, because they have to tell you that in order for them to get what they want from you. This is some of the things that they have to tell you. Just think about it. Think about it for a second, ladies. If a guy actually comes to you and be totally honest with you, we always want a guy to be totally straight up. How come a guy can't be 100? Okay, if a guy comes to you and be totally 100 and be like, "Look, baby, I ain't in love with you. I really don't want to be with you like that. I just want to have sex with you." Would you really give him the time of day? Or would you run like hell? You probably would run like hell, because ain't no way a man is going to come into your face and just tell you exactly flat out that he only want to have sex with you, and you going to stick around and deal with it. So these are just some of the things that he's going to have to tell you. He's going to have to tell you that you're beautiful and that he loves you, and that you the best thing walking on earth. He ain't never met nobody like you. You know what I mean? These are some of the things that he's going to have to tell you in order to get you where he wants you. But if we as mothers start talking to our children more and telling them that these are some of the things that's out here to be aware of, they won't fall victim at an early age to teen and young adult parenting, motherhood. This is some of the things that I'm trying to come to this channel and stop. By sharing my own experience, I was too a victim of young adult motherhood. I got pregnant at an early age. Mind you, timeline, I had just graduated high school at 18. Only had 1 year, maybe not even a full year, because I got pregnant at 19, of being able to just enjoy life on my own without any responsibilities. I only had that for maybe 10 months after I graduated high school. And then what happened? I got pregnant. I got suckered into a fairy tale that this guy was telling me that he was going to be there for me. He was going to help me. He takes care of his responsibilities. He do what he got to do for his kids. Never in one day in my kids' lives, of her being 18 and also have a son that's 13, has he ever initiated any kind of help for me and my kids. So teen, single parenting, young adult single parenting, and as well as adult single parenting is real. We need to break this cycle, break this chain, because it's unnecessary things that we as women put ourselves through. And it's a lot of things that these guys have gotten away with the help of us. With the help of us. We can't totally say it's 100% the guy's fault. It's our fault as well for allowing them to run this, what we can call game, on us. Game is so old. It's nothing new. The same things that these guys are doing, their grandfathers have done it to their grandmothers back in the day. That's how old the game is. Break the cycle, break the chain, sit down and talk to your children. Any kind of videos you might want to post, please post them Hopefully you guys got something out of